Hello and welcome, Dr. Al here, bringing you yet another Super Auto Pets run. Can't get enough of this fun game. Let's get started. Kind of like all of these, the ants are great because they will, upon fainting, they will buff the unit, one of the units, +2/+1. The duck has poor stats, but when we sell it, it will make the animals here stronger. So I'm tempted to take them all. Tell you what, let's take the ants and maybe freeze the duck, and we'll just roll and see if we can get anything better. Beaver is good too because it will give us health upon selling, so that might be even better. Let's roll with this. We'll unfreeze, and I like the placement as well, and we will be the kind of weird things to pick from this time. Let's be the withering legs. Sounds good. Alright, cool. So first match, I think our stats will be good enough to at least tie, well, except for 3 fish. That's really lucky. Maybe if the buff goes on you. That didn't happen, unfortunately. We should still tie, though, because, yep, we'll be 4-1. So we even have a chance to win this. I'll take the tie, that's fine. At least we didn't lose. I don't really like any of these. The otter is okay, though. It will buff 1 unit, and the ant getting it is fine. These, I'm not a big fan. Fish is okay, and ant is good for next round. So let's freeze you. So that means we'll pick you up. And I guess we could sell the beaver and get the otter. And even if the health buffs go on the ants, that's fine because we can keep it for a little while. Or we could sell the otter and there's another one here too. There are a lot of interesting choices. We could also just buff the otter. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, because that will give us a buff right now, and then next turn we could combine all of the ants and get a tier 3 unit. I think that's fine. And it goes on the beaver. Okay, that's not terrible. Let's have you in the front, and then, yeah, I kind of like this. This seems like a reasonable setup. Alright, so let's see who we're up against. The running heads. The duck will trade with our ant. They have this nice combo going with the crickets, and once the crickets come up, they'll be buffed to 3/1s. So that's pretty powerful. We should be able to, I don't know, this will trade, and then we'll beat both of the horses with 1 health. So we barely win this one too, that's pretty nice. Didn't expect that to happen, so that's cool. We'll get our first win, and now we can unlock tier 2 units. The beaver, I don't know. First thing is, let's combine the ants and see what we get. We get a kangaroo, which is a pretty good unit to get right now. I think that's a keeper. The question is, where will we put it? Probably behind the ant, since it's the toughest unit we have at the moment. And then the question is, do we sell the otter? Do we upgrade the beaver? I think we can upgrade the beaver right now. The elephant is not great. It's better than the fish, though. If we just keep it in the back for stats, that might be reasonable. Upgrading the beaver is fine, too. So let's do this. We'll keep the elephant, see if we can get something better. Dodo is nice. I don't know. I'm not convinced. We could keep the fish, and then because once we get 3 fish, that will give +1/+1 to everyone else when leveling up, and then we could sell it maybe later. I don't know if this makes sense. You probably don't want to keep all these dice 1 units around. We do have the kangaroo, though, so that would be nice. And I'm going to keep it behind the ant so that there's a chance it gets the buff. And also, so then let's do it this way. Yeah. So it'll definitely get the buff, so it will be upgraded to a 4/5. Plus, if the ant, whenever the ant attacks, I will give it another +2/+2. So I think that's good. Let's see if it's good enough. So this time we're up against Super Ant here, which will clear out 2 of our units, unfortunately, plus give a buff to something. Not to the pig, no. We will trade. This will get a little bigger, and then a little bit bigger again. And this will be just a 1/1, so we can clear that. And so we'll end up with a tie, which is not the end of the world. At least we didn't lose, so we'll take it. I always play with Peacock. It's a really good unit, but I'm gonna just make a conscious decision. We'll try something else this time. Let's do this. Still don't like the elephant, so we'll leave that. We could pill the ant. That will give a permanent buff to some unit. That seems risky, though. Still, I like this. Hopefully it goes to the kangaroo. Didn't go to kangaroo, went to the otter, which is unfortunate, but it's sort of big enough that we could maybe make it work with the kangaroo. That wasn't the best thing to have, and this is good. We could pick up the fish, and that will promote everyone, but maybe we'll save that till next turn, and maybe it's early enough that we can take this dog and do a lot of selling and buying. And I don't see it. I don't think it scales well, even this early. Spider is nice too. Put the spider in front of the kangaroo, and what that will do is ensure that the kangaroo triggers at least twice. First for the spider, and then for the 2/2 unit that comes up after. So I like that. And we will save the fish for next time, but nothing else. Okay, this is reasonable. This is a decent unit in terms of stats. This will, do some trading. Hopefully, get the kangaroo a little bit stronger, and then we have some decent units in the back. Not a strong build. Not many synergies going on. The kangaroo is still pretty weak. So, wow, 7/9, 6/8. They also have a kangaroo, so they've got. Also have a dog. Their team is far superior. Still, we'll finally be able to trade. That will get you stronger, but their kangaroo's also scaling, so we won't be able to keep up with it. And then our fish gets taken out by their much stronger fish. So that is our first loss. Unfortunate. I like what their team is about. They got a good thing going there. We could pick up the whale and put it behind this spider. That seems fine. Honestly, I don't like. Yeah, let's get rid of this beaver. I don't think it's doing much for us. So we'll get you out of the way. I will take this whale and put it behind the spider. I think that's reasonable. And then we will get everyone leveled up. That's great. What is our weakest unit now? Probably the fish. This just has better stats, and there's still the chance that we buy another otter and get a higher level unit. So yeah, this I like. This is fine. This is maybe the second weakest, and then this is the because we already got the level up, and I don't want to invest more resources into getting a fish. So I think that's pretty good. We can also put this with the spider. So the idea would be we eat up this unit, like the spider swallows this deer. That will generate a splash, a bus 5/5 bus with splash attack. And then once the whale is defeated, then we will get the deer back, and that will keep happening. So all that will keep the kangaroo buffed up. I like this. We have some money. We could consider getting garlic. I I don't want to put it on the otter because I think that's the next unit to go, but I think it's fine to spend that on the kangaroo. Even though it looks pretty weak as a 3/4, it will get stronger as the whale does battle, so I think that's reasonable. And then we get one more coin, and definitely we'll want to keep you, and you as well, if only to get a free higher tiered unit. Horse, not interested, dodo, not interested. So I like how this is going. This seems to be a reasonable setup here for us. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so this will swallow up the flamingo, which will give its buffs to the whale and the camel, but we should still be able to trade efficiently here. Because we'll be able to knock you out and the camel as well. Kangaroo is getting really strong, but we should be able to catch up with it in the end. Let's see how this goes. Alright, well, we won. I don't think the... Oh, no. This is good. Yeah, I like this. Cool. That was really useful. The ox is an interesting unit. I don't think it fits right now, although the spider is probably the next unit to go. Is the ox better than the spider? Well, let's first things first. Let's get this otter upgraded. Gives us a skunk. Skunks reduce the highest health enemy by 33%. That doesn't seem particularly important right now. It's probably better than the spider because this is essentially 3/3 and then a 2/2 with a possibility of a slight benefit. This is a 3/5 and it causes weakness, so it is probably better overall. But is it good enough that I'm willing to switch? I don't know. I suppose it doesn't hurt to try it. Let's give it a shot. Maybe we'll freeze and we'll reroll. That does mean we get fewer other slots for the reroll, but I think that I'm willing to do that. This is interesting. I like the swan. Its stats are clearly not as good. It doesn't have that effect also, but it will give us gold, which is nice in improving our economy for future turns. But yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's reasonable for now. 3/5. I wonder what happens when you upgrade the skunk. Does it just reduce the highest health by more, or does it reduce the highest health of 2 enemies by 33%? Maybe it has better potential for the future. Although, really, that's still going to be whichever one we pick is going to be the weakest animal, and the one we're most likely to get rid of for something better. So I think, in the meantime, if we're making some money off of the swan, that makes more sense. So we'll unfreeze you, roll one more time, definitely freeze you. Definitely freeze you. I kind of like this whale. Yeah, that placement wasn't good, but this is good. And then the turtle is interesting, but I'm not a fan. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. This all looks pretty reasonable here. This is also probably on the chopping block as well. It's good stats for right now, but I think that will quickly become irrelevant as the game continues. I like what we're doing here with our whale. This is nice too. This will make 2/2s. This will get strong enough now that we won't be able to defeat it right away, but the bus should do some good work here. Couple of times, and final attack will get rid of everything. So that was pretty lucky, mostly just from the composition of the opponent working out well for what we have. But I'll take the win anytime. We have some nice units here. We could consider taking this penguin because we're going to have 2 level 2 units, and this scales them up each turn. It would be even better if, let's say, the whale was level 2 as well, but I think it could be worth investing in. Let's first see what we get from the kangaroo. We get a seal. Not a big fan of like buying food and leveling things up that way. I think that uses up too many resources. Let's do this. We'll take the swan out, buy the whale, I like the penguin. Is it time to replace you with, like, say, a seal? I don't know. Probably not. So we could keep re-rolling, and it would be actually, maybe it's worth doing that because we're really incentivized now to go level 2 with everything. We can get a nice whale and a deer to be level 2. That would be great. It would level them up, would buff them up, I mean, each turn. So let's see. Versus we could, give something a B or a +1/+1. Maybe we give the whale honey. Does that mean that the kangaroo will get one more attack? Does it work like that? No, because it's going to spit out both the deer and the bee, so I don't think it works like that. We could buy an apple and just buff something, maybe the kangaroo +1/+1. I think it's best to reroll. Even if we don't find anything, it would be unfortunate, but at least we will have had a chance to try and get something better. This is good, and this is good. So I'm going to freeze you. Let's freeze you in case we lose, in which case, what will we do? Probably sell you and then buff everything else. That seems okay. And then the bison isn't that good right now because we're not close to having a level 3 unit. The ox is interesting, but I'm not tempted to get that. All right, okay, so at least we froze some good units. We didn't get too much stronger this turn. The placement of the penguin, I'm not sure. Maybe we should put it up first, and then the honor second. Here, though, this works best. Okay, that's unfortunate, but it's okay. Should be able to trade nicely, and then we'll be able to do some damage at least. Okay, cool. We took out the unit behind it, and whale will get traded away, but that will summon a deer and then a bus, and then even if it gets through that, our kangaroo will win. So pretty cool. That worked out well for us. Like that. So we're up to 4 wins now. Very nice. So we didn't win. I mean, sorry, we didn't lose. So this won't help us out at all. I will buy the canned food in the hopes that we get something better. I don't think we benefit from using the pill on anything. None of these is good. Pear is pretty nice. +2/+2 is not too shabby. We could buff the whale or the kangaroo. Let's do it for the whale, because the longer the whale stays in the fight, the kangaroo will benefit as well. And now we also have 3 health. Yeah, I don't want any of these, so I think it makes sense to roll. Don't want any of these. This is upsetting. We're just wasting gold. I will take this buff. Since we are winning, it makes sense to make our shops better and better each turn. But nothing on this list intrigues me, so I think this is fine. It's unfortunate the penguin is only going to buff 2 units, one of which is on the chopping block, but I think that's the best we can do right now with what we have. This is unfortunate. This is going to trade with a lot of units. Will the bus be able to take care of it? No, because each time it eliminates, it gets bigger, so that's not good. No, this hippo single-handedly has destroyed us. So now even the bus won't be able to finish it off because of the garlic farmer, and we'll finally be able to take it out, but yeah, we'll get destroyed as well. So it's an unfortunate defeat. Very good positioning of their hippo. Wow. Okay. So again, we're really weak now. So we don't want to invest so many resources into the shop, but 2 permanent canned food upgrades are really good. Anything here intriguing? Giraffe has some scaling, but it's not as good as the penguin, although it has better stats than the penguin. So that is tempting. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we could put the giraffe behind and either sell the otter or sell the penguin. We could also, we have a pretty beefy camel here, and we could buff, I'm not sure who we would right now. Let's roll. This is tempting, the giraffe, but not tempting enough. This is really good. The cow is nice. I still think, yeah, I think this isn't working well. The penguin is just too slow in terms of helping us out here with the buffs. So I think for now we take it out. We'll get the cow, and that will let us buff. Probably we want to put everything. Oh, well, we'll split it between the whale and the penguin. Whale and the kangaroo. We'll keep you, temporarily, but both of these are sort of on the chopping block, and we get to roll one more time. Let's take this cow for next turn, and this rooster is intriguing also. I think it's certainly better than the otter. Yeah, we'll keep you. All right, cool. And then the sushi's nice. For 3 gold, we get 3 +1/+1s. It is random, but other than the deer, wherever it goes is pretty nice. So I'll freeze that as well. All right, so this is also going to be a tough fight because we didn't get much stronger than last turn. We lost the penguin's scaling, but the cow stats are much better. So we'll see how it goes. This is nice. The bus will take us out, but we'll be able to get rid of it as well. And then the cow will trade okay. We do have bigger rams, and also when this rooster is knocked out, it will release a chick that gets a buff. So we have a lot of kamikaze units, basically, for lack of a better term. This was big because now we can trade with the dog, and then all the meanwhile the kangaroo's getting bigger. So we will need it at the very end because this will live with 1 health, but we should still be able to tank nicely. So cool. So good win. That round went pretty well. We're up to 5 wins and 2 losses. So the snail doesn't help us out. We are gonna sell. Well, let's sell the cow. Let's also pick up the whale. Okay. Leopard does 50% attack damage to a random enemy. So right now we'll do 6 to a random enemy. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. I think I like it. So I like the rooster and the leopard joining us. That means the otter needs to go. So we'll buy otter, then cow, buff up these 2 units, and then put the leopard and the rooster. I think that's the plan. Only question is, do we want the sushi? If we do, we should take it now because once we buy the cow, these will get converted into milk. So let's put the rooster up first because we want it to get a chance of getting the sushi buff. The deer, it's not as important that it gets that. And if the leopard gets it, it would still just do 6 damage. So I think this is better. We'll do this. We'll do this. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we will do this. We'll buff up the whale. We'll buff up the kangaroo. So I think it's good enough to freeze, and it would replace the cow next turn. And yeah, nothing else is that interesting. The rhino is good. Is it better than the leopard? So this will do 6 damage to a random enemy. This will do 4 when it gets knocked out to the topmost enemy. It seems pretty even. Let's try the leopard. I don't think I've played with it before, or if I have, I don't remember. So I like this. The positioning is fine. This will be 10 damage, and then it'll be a 10-1, and then we'll have a 10-12, and then we'll do these shenanigans, and hope for the best. Okay, cool. We don't have the strongest composition out there, but we do have a fighting chance, I would say. Yeah, this is just strong enough to trade with our rooster, but the chick will get it, which is good. Oh, it will not get it. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so the rhino has better than I expected. We'll at least be able to get you out of the way. Oh no, right, the garlic will give you +1. That's unfortunate. This shark is huge, and it's only going to get bigger. I think we lose this one, but it's close. It's not a total blowout, but oh, never mind. I forgot that the whale being level 2 means it will spit out a level 2 deer, which means the bus becomes a 10-10 bus, not a 5-5 bus. So that actually was all the difference this time. So that was good. Leopard, there's 2 of them, so I think that's good. That'll be a good chance to maybe level it up. I'm not sure what it does as a level 2 unit, but we'll find out, I guess. Okay. Worth it to get sushi, or should we roll? I think we should roll, hope for a double. Shark is interesting. Is it better than the leopard? I know we just spent all this this money, but the idea would be we would sell the leopard and then put the shark all the way in the back, and as our units faint, well, we can actually calculate how strong it will be. So this gets knocked out, and then the check, so that's 2 units. Well, this wouldn't be around. This would get knocked out at the beginning. I think that would also count, so that's 3. And then the bus is 4. The whale is 5. Then we get a new deer that's 6, and then a new bus that's 7, and then the kangaroo that's 8. So that's a +16 +8, so that would make it a 26-18. I think that's better. I mean, maybe the leopard as a level 2 does quite a bit. So it's unfortunate we spent all this money, but I think it's pretty clear. This, if it gets upgraded, the only difference is the first bus we get would be a 10-10 bus instead of a 5-5. I still think that's worth investing in. I think this is worth picking up, and I think this is worth picking up. And the question then is, who gets the melon, who gets the garlic? Probably a melon for the whale, because that will guarantee an extra attack for the kangaroo, and then we'll give the garlic all to the shark in the back. I think that's reasonable. We only have 2 gold, so let's just roll. We don't get anything. And turkey, interesting. Turkey is good because we do spit out a couple of units. The chick, bus, and then the second deer, and then the second bus. So that's 4 units that would get buffed. But I just don't know if that's better than the shark. I think the shark is a little bit better, but it's hard to say. And we'll just roll with what we have right now. So let's hope for the best. We're down to 2 lives, so we're not going to lose even if we lose this fight. But it would sure be nice to win. They have a really good build here. They have a shark. They have this fly that's going to keep generating flies. And then when they get knocked out, the shark will get bigger and bigger. So I don't think our chances are pretty strong this time, but maybe if we had the upgrades that we're going to get in this next turn, we would have done a little bit better. We'll see. It's not over yet. This will release a 2-2. That will then release a 10-10 bus, so we can finally get rid of this. And then we're going to get some flies. Shouldn't trouble us too much, but the chick that comes out will trade well. And there's 2 of them because it's a level 2, so that is not looking too good for us. And this will now trade with our shark. And we lose. Unfortunate. It's just a nice combo they got there. All right, so we are down to our last life. That is unfortunate. Um, these moves aren't going to make a huge difference, but I think they're the best that we can do right now. So I still think you getting the melon armor makes more sense, but we'll see if we're proven right. I still think this is worth it. And then we really needed another upgrade. Giving this a stake might be really good. So in case we survive, I'm going to try that. It'll make it essentially a 30-10 for the first attack, which is probably all it would survive. Yeah, that would have made a huge difference in this fight. We wouldn't have been able to knock out the elephant because it has the garlic, but we would have been able to take it out with the check at least. So this is, I think this is lights out for us. So unfortunate, only 6 wins, but you know, we did try a slightly different build. We didn't use a peacock this time, which I've been using on all of my runs. So as we watch this play out, things to do for next time, just keep trying different combinations. I think that will keep the game interesting and fun for us. And we'll see how it goes next time. So let's just watch this. This elephant is really hanging in there. Just trying to think if no, this will only trade like if the bus was already here, we could have done some damage to their backline units. But I don't think that will matter since this peacock is pretty strong. That will trade well with our kangaroo. You know what? We might actually win this. Yeah, their backline units are built for scaling, so they're not very strong. So yeah, after all that sandbagging, we were able to win after all. Is this worth it to spend our money on just making you a little bit stronger? I think so. And then let's roll. These are good. Should we try this fly shark stuff? I guess if we did, we would get rid of the rooster. I don't know. Is that too big a change right now? We did invest the meat in it, but that's, I mean, if this makes more sense, it's worth doing. So if we put the fly all the way back here, or even all the way in the back, we won't generate a fly in the very beginning because the bus, we won't have space. But when this gets knocked out, it'll just make a check that will miss out on the fly as well from that. Then bus goes away, we get a fly. The whale goes away, we get a fly. Deer goes away, we get a fly. Second bus goes away, we get a fly. And then the kangaroo, we get a fly. So that's 10 flies, 5 flies, excuse me. And that just makes the shark stronger and stronger. Interesting. So I was going to buff this, but maybe we don't do that. Maybe we go with the fly. It is dangerous, but I think it's worth it. First thing, let's promote this. I think there's no question. That's not very good. So we would sell you, buy you. Is that the plan? If we keep things the way they are, we have a 30-10 essentially, and then a 10-1. So we are giving up on quite a bit early on. I don't know if, no, let's not do that. Let's just promote you. And pizza's nice if we survive. Maybe worth taking. I don't know. This is pretty hard. Maybe the fly would have helped us out, but it's too late to apologize for that. Let's see what we get here. This is interesting. I like this combo with the 1-up on the deer, and although I don't know if that did anything because they have a fly. Yeah, their ordering is a little bit weird. I don't think that one-up did anything, so that's fine. We do get rid of the whale. Deer comes back. They do have turkey, which is good for them because everything they spit out is stronger. But so far so good. We'll at least get a decent hit. We won't be able to take out the bus, unfortunately, but the level 2 deer that spits out will be able to take out the bus. Not too much damage to our kangaroo in the back. And then we should be able to do some little bit of damage each time. 3 with the bus. I don't know. This looks like a tough trade for us because this will be a 5-5. But we will be able to trade. We'll get rid of this, and then our shark should do it. Okay, cool. So it's another win. It's a little bit dramatic when you don't know the math on the fly, but we do manage to survive somehow, so that's good. I think this is a little bit late now to spend money on. I think really what we're looking for are upgrades and maybe buffs. So I will take the pizza to get us a little bit stronger, and then really we just need upgrades to the units themselves. This is good. We will upgrade the rooster, I think. The only problem with this is, so normally a level 2 rooster would make 2 chicks, but there's no space for the second chick, so I should have thought about that before. Now, we could remedy that by, like, let's say, doing this, and, like, putting the kangaroo up in front, but it's not very strong. The kangaroo needs to be behind the whale in order to scale up, but this might be better because we'll get basically the whole point of the frontline units are to just soak up the damage early and create time for our stuff in the back to grow. So maybe this is fine. I don't know. Let's see what else we get. Get the fly again. Maybe now that makes sense. Like we could. What would we get rid of? Get rid of the kangaroo? And we'd still have the same problem of what to put in the front. Clearly we couldn't put the fly in the front. Sell kangaroo, buy fly. Whale has to be behind the deer in order for us to do our deer bus shenanigans. No, the fly is just not going to work. The whole purpose of the fly then is just to buff up the shark a little bit, and I don't see it being successful. We could keep rolling, but I think we do better just giving something a buff for this next round. And in terms of who should get it, maybe the kangaroo, I think, is just going to get knocked out by their super strong unit. I don't think 3 will make a difference. But this will also make all of the chicks stronger, so there'll be 17 ones instead of 14 ones. Yeah, I don't know about moving the kangaroo all the way in the front. Was that worth it for the sake of getting full value of the level 2 chicken? But we'll see. This is nice. This will trade, but it has enough strength by itself to knock out the level 1. All right, that's good. That's scary. They do have the fly turkey combo, which is pretty potent. That's going to be tough to deal with. They're going to generate a ton of rams, which will get upgraded, and each ram dying will give us, fainting will give the flies an opportunity to grow. So I think we're done for here. But this time it was really a nice run. We got some more wins than I thought we. Well, I'll be quiet. We're getting. We're getting to a level where maybe we will survive this, because we're going to get a bus that's going to hit this pretty hard, and then we should be able to power through here. Yeah, no problem. This will get revived and get destroyed. So, awesome. So we won again. Really unexpected. Again, I was going to my closing spiel. This is interesting. This getting any sort of buff it doesn't make sense because it gets swallowed in the beginning, so that goes away. So I'm not interested in buying any of these things. I think it's worth upgrading the shark, just in case we can get to level 2. Yeah, and I think taking the mushroom here doesn't make sense either, because like we saw last time, there's not enough room for anything to generate, so I don't think that makes sense. The cupcake is tempting. But I think we'll keep rolling and hoping. Really, we just need chocolate or shark. I think that's that's all that we're hoping to get here. Last roll. All right, we do get the chocolate. Awesome. Tiger, I'm not interested in. The level 2 shark, +4, +2. Good. So it will be a little bit more potent. And yeah, away we go. So final round, unless it's a draw, so either we win it all with 10 wins, or we go down with 9, which is still really good for this sort of more unique build. This turtle is going to give us a lot of trouble, but we should be able to take care of it with the rooster. It will then give this melon armor, but second check should be able to take care of it. And then, this snake is it's really causing a lot of trouble for us. Alright, let's see what happens here. First we got rid of both checks with the bus. Snake is gonna finish our run, because, yeah, there's no way we could trade. Alright, still 9 wins. I'll take it. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next time for yet another run. Until then, this is Dr. Al signing off.